What's up, everybody? It's your boy Leroy McKenzie Jr. coming to you again with the What's Up Baltimore Magazine. As y'all can see, my wallpaper behind me. It is the current issue of What's Up Baltimore. If y'all can see that, that's the front. This is the back that's going on, and we are here just to have a quick sit down with our some of our content providers, and then also some of our business owners that we have featured in the magazine. We wanted to have just like a quick conversation with them, have them talk about their products and services, but then also their impact in the community. Because as you know, What's Up Baltimore is about the community, and the it's just kind of worked out this way, which I think is just nothing but God's doing. But the businesses that have been in the magazine are like minded. As we are here in What's Up Baltimore, the emphasis is on the community, wanting to shine a positive light on the community, want to have a greater impact in what the community and how the community is. And we just, as a magazine, wanted to be able to highlight some of those individuals, some of those organizations, businesses that are in the community and are doing just some phenomenal things. So this conversation is nothing different, nothing short of being different. And this is none other, for those that may not know, but if you've been around Baltimore any little bit of time, you probably know this brother or know something that he was involved in, something that he's been a part of. He is the guru of media. His The newspaper, the National Black Unity News, which he's going to talk about in a minute, is just doing some great things to be able to show Baltimore in a positive light. So I'm going to introduce him, and it is none other than Brother David Murphy, who is the editor in chief, co-owner, creator of the National Black Unity News, and so much more. So I'm gonna let him kind of introduce himself, and we'll talk about him because he is in. If y'all can see that, y'all got it count the right way. You can see he is in the magazine, front, inside cover right there. This brother, they are doing some phenomenal things. So you want to check the newspaper out, the National Black Unity News. Go to the website and everything like that he's going to give to subscribe there as well too. But Brother Murphy, thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Man, thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege.
Absolutely.
Even to be called a guru. I've been called a lot of things, but
He said, "But never a guru, huh?" But you
yeah,
are. But I
yeah.
will say that publicly, sir. I am an admirer of you for all that you do, for the knowledge and information that you spread and that you freely give to. That you freely give to
Mm.
those of us that are in connected with you and that follow in your footsteps, because you have, whether you acknowledge, and I know you're a humble brother, but and I know you're humble and everything like that, but I want to let you know that you have left some great footsteps to be able to follow in order to be able to do what we do in the media realm, and letting disseminating the information into our community. So I say thank
I thank you too,
you.
sir. I appreciate that, and because I know you're sincere about what you're saying, and and we both are sincere of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I want to commend you, pay tribute to you and your people that work with you in the magazine, because it's a great magazine, but not only is it great, it's much needed.
Mhm.
You know that I often tell people we own less than 1% of the
Yeah.
media. You can
Yeah.
put us all together, and we need all the help we can get
Yeah.
because we need some voices out here.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that y'all getting in the battle. And I know you do it in other formats as well, but I'm glad to see you extending your services because, like I say, we need to be elevated on every front when it comes to media.
Yeah.
But the National Black Unity News is a servant in the community as well, and what we do is highlight Black people. We spotlight Black people. We not only our publication is biased, but it's for us. We and I keep saying we because that's what it is. It's a us. It's a we thing, and it's a collaboration. It's us working together. It's a symbol of unity because that's exactly what it is. It's a unified people that's come together to support ourselves, to support our people, and our communities. And I personally, yeah, I'm an activist. I publisher. I am one of the founding members of Black Men Unifying Black Men. I'm also on the board, Maryland Board of Elders, and quite a few other things I've been involved in over the years. You see, I'm up there, so I've been I've been there and done a lot of things. Yeah, but the most important thing is that we continue and we still the circle. We need every man, woman, and child to be on working in our community because it's serious time. It takes
Yeah.
serious people. That's why I'm so appreciative for you even having this format to share more information with our people. And for you creating a magazine, the books that you wrote, and all of them things, because it's so much needed, and people don't know this is crisis time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we have to crowd into the community to alert everybody that we can, we have done much in this here in the United States, and we will continue to do so. But there are also you have to be forewarned that there's also some people who do not want you to achieve certain
Yep.
achievements, put it that way, and they would do everything they can to block us. But I believe that when God puts something on your heart, you can be unstoppable because if you determine, there's nothing that you cannot do, and so don't let nobody outside and quiet that person on the inside because that's the one who gets you the most. The one say you can't, you ain't capable of doing this. That's that self-conscious and stuff, man. But all things are possible if you believe you can do it. All right, sir.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: why do you think that we only comprise only 1% of the media outlet out there? And how long had I mean? Because you got to think if we're just at 1% now, what were we 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Because I've noticed that the uh, magazines like Jet, Ebony, Black Enterprise, they've gone to the wayside. They're
Yeah.
pretty much well, Black Enterprise is, I don't even know if they have the digital version of theirs anymore, but they're
Mhm.
gone. We know Ebony just filed for bankruptcy and got bought by the NBA, the former NBA player in I think Louisville. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He bought Ebony. Essence
Right.
got bought by a was it Viacom or one of the big multi corporations. So we don't have. I mean, and even you talked the other day about the new even in the newspaper industry where you said that there were like 200. Did you say 200, 250
Yeah, yeah,
black owned
about
newspapers?
200 black-owned newspapers. Yes,
And
but
and
let
the
me sit. Go ahead.
No, I
Hmm.
was just gonna say. I mean, and and most of them are watered down. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, of course, yes, yeah. But see, the difference is though, back in the day when media was our media, black media,
Mhm,
was reaching masses amount of people,
mhm.
and we still do it in another type of way, but not as strong, not as a
Right,
powerful voice. But see, Jet, Evident, they were powerful voices.
right,
They put a word in there, and it would almost reach every community, every
right.
household almost.
Yeah.
And that type of voice has been smothered,
Mhm.
been put out. So now we got little squeaky voices all over the place, especially little small voices. A lot of people, we got the internet, we had podcasts, and but they don't have that powerful impact when somebody say something that it reaches the masses because
Mhm.
everybody has their own little network.
Right.
But but see, that's by design anyway, because see, when we was doing that back in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 20s, and stuff like that, even with Marcus Garvey's days,
Mhm.
how powerful, voices was.
Right.
But but they even smothered the publications in the South and stuff. I mean, that's how powerful. You had to go almost underground to get a paper into a community. That's how strong we was. The word was. But at the same time, uh, power don't concede to power. Only
Mhm.
power concedes to power, but it ain't gonna give it up free.
Right,
And
exactly.
media is a powerful tool, a powerful tool.
Yeah.
You know, media can bring people together. It can bring things down. It can bring countries down. It has done it.
Hmm.
Propaganda through media. It had brought nations down. Also, I mean, so it's a powerful tool, and those who study media or know about media know the strength of it. Because even you see right now in the eyes of some people, you're an extremely dangerous man.
Hmm.
You know, because you're almost like one of those back in the day when you was a slave. You was like one of them slaves that could read. You,
Yes, sir.
you know, you would they would kill you for that kind of stuff. You know, and so and now you putting stuff in just in the flip of a way though. You still putting out there so other people can read
Yeah.
things that is powerful. And so, you know, to some that's still dangerous. But we, like I said, we can't be too concerned. But you just have to keep your eyes open
Right.
and knowing that you're doing a good work, a needed work, and people see some people don't understand. See, God used words to create the world. He used. I mean, words are just powerful. I
Hmm.
don't care what form they come into, but the person who's spreading the words, and everybody got talking this that, but those who spreading the good words, motivating words, encouraging words, words that can inspire people to do things. It's a greater, powerful tool than on man's landscape, you know, because it's a godly thing. When you helping others, you know, you teaching others, sharing, love with one another, because that's what a lot of publications do. My publication does that. Our publication full of love, you know,
Yeah.
and
That's what I was going to tell you. Let's talk about what people can find or what they can get in the National Black Unity News and the kind of news that you are that is reported in the newspaper.
well, again, you know, the industry, the newspaper industry itself, it has been turned upside down based on the internet because
Hmm.
of the internet. And so most people really, most newspaper, the newspaper industry is going down.
Hmm.
It's losing a lot of its power,
Right. Right.
and that's only because you know for the ones that's not online. You know, if they don't have a internet presence, a strong one.
Hmm.
But the difference is this: you know, newspaper is still the most relevant force of news that come out because it's all. If you ever notice here in the United States when they say something's happened or this that, well, one of the reporters from the Washington Post, New York
Uh
Times,
huh.
you know, they the one
Hmm.
bring you the information. But
Right.
unfortunately, by the time it hit print media, a lot of that time is old news.
Mm-hmm.
And the news
Hmm.
has been turned up. But see, what's different with the National Black Unity News is this: the type of information, the type of news we put in our publication, the information is good for yesterday, today, and it will be good for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because when you can inspire people, that's good at any season, you know. And so that's what we do. And another thing makes us so unique, and I see it doing the same thing with your publication. So you spotlight people,
Hmm.
highlight people that's doing wonderful things that can,
Right.
you know, uplift the community.
Right.
And see, with the National Black Unity News, you see, we don't have what you call traditional journalists
Hmm.
that go
Hmm.
outside and look for things to write
Right.
about.
Right.
See, our people are experts, most of them experts in their own field. They have worked these industries for years, and now they
Hmm.
want to share information with people,
Right.
with you. And so they share information about things they know, and they inspire people. And you see the information you get from out the National Black Unity News, you ain't gonna get out no other publication, is because, like I say, the people that write in the publication are writing about uplifting the community. It's solution oriented, and you don't find too many publications that put on that area. You know, they would say what's happening, who
Yep.
got killed, who done this, who done somebody else, or whatever they say. But you know, it's totally different. And like I say, it's about time we getting some good news. You know, and that's
Yeah.
what we all about.
And that's what I love about the newspaper, the National Black Unity News, is it's information and knowledge that you're not going to get in any other newspaper or even see on TV media.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it so rich to me, because I know when I read these articles in this paper, it's going to be stuff that is going to inform me, but then also, like you said too, is it's solution oriented. It's going to give you solutions to issues that may be going on. It's going to give you solutions to the ails that we know, what's ailing our communities. These are the articles and the editors that write in here. They're giving you answers. They're going to give you some knowledge. They're going to give you some information. They're going to give you some resources that will allow the community to be better. So I love that about the newspaper and what we talk about. You mentioned Marcus Garvey, and he's actually you had it's on the he's on the we have him on the latest issue
Yeah.
that's in the newspaper there too, which people have to understand and how important that is. Now, yeah, and I know but can you tell me how is it that, and this is something that I've just noticed, that not print media, but I guess TV media, there are no news outlets on any of the black owned TV networks that are out there. The only media outlet that I know that's black owned is Roland Martin's Unfiltered. I know that what's his name, Byron Allen has a media company,
Hmm.
but and he owns the Weather Channel. But there's no black owned or black news shows that gives you news and information from our perspective. Why haven't we gone there? And what do we need to do in order to be able to get to get our take our media aspect not only to TV, but even have our media outlets be even bigger, have a bigger presence in the industry, or do we
Well,
need
that's
to?
a well, yeah. I think we do need to, but we have to understand who we are and where we are.
Okay. Hmm.
They
Yeah.
have all types of boards and set up industry, media industry to say that police is supposed to be media,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you have to, when you start want to do something on a large scale.
Hmm.
And I ain't gonna call no name, but there was one gentleman was talking about buying a large network one time,
Uh huh.
and he's in jail right now.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and so when you decide to take on large, that's why I say people like me, you, we are dangerous to societies, to some societies,
Hmm. Hmm.
because, like I said, we want to spread good news. I don't care what type of news it is, but they don't want you to have that much power
Right.
that you can inform, enlighten so many people at one given, from a segment
Hmm.
of media. It could be radio, TV, anything. And then when you do, if you do have enough strength and power to buy something very major, then they have all kinds of rules and regulations that would stifle you. They would take you. I'm gonna give you a small example. Uh, and I hate to bring bad news that discourage anybody, but these are some of the tactics that keep us from reaching mass media
Hmm.
and doing mass things. Say, for instance, that we have a restaurant in town,
Hmm.
nice, upscale black restaurant. Doing, I mean, bells and whistles, everything. But I can guarantee you, similar businesses that's not black owned, it's no problem, they up and running, open the doors and stuff like this.
Hmm.
But I guarantee you, behind the scenes, they are expected. I guess they get 20 times, have more inspectors in their building
Yeah.
than the average other businesses would have. There
Right.
would be more rules. There would be more rent hikes and everything else that was put upon even the food.
Hmm. Hmm.
It will be way more expensive, and it's concerted effort. And so we. Uh, uh, I hate to say this, but the truth will set you free. We are. I don't think we know it, but we are one of the most probably we are the most powerful people on earth.
Hmm.
And I tell you why, because we can do everything. We can truly produce everything
Right.
too, if given an opportunity, a
Two.
fair opportunity.
Hmm.
And but like I say, because society is set up in greed, power, and everything else, and when you have a cash cow, and I hate to say call us that, but that's what we are to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
We are the consumers.
Yep.
And then we become captives of industry, we flipping that. We
Mm-hmm.
going into their territories, and then they'll be working for us and things like that. But a lot of people don't want to see that.
Right.
And like I say, we're the richest people on earth, come from the richest land on earth.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and everything we put our hands on, if given a fair chance, we excel at it. I mean, we definitely get, we improve that. But at the same time, uh, 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 until man, this is a man problem, a man issue. Until we come to look at each other as equals and learn to love one another, then these issues and stuff that's going on in society will continue to go on. When we allow just a handful of people control the masses of people, this will always go on. Power. But again, that's the way it's set up. But like I said, I don't care what it is or who it is. Ant can whip an elephant anytime. He take him one bite at a time. you know, and he can, but he has to be willing, and stand up. And it takes people like you that just share words. And I ain't talking about tearing up and up. I'm just talking about building things up,
Mm-hmm.
just playing fairly, and see, people are afraid of fear, just the fear itself. See, me, I can use you and I as an example. We talk to each other, we know each other. Neither one is out to hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All we want to do is share information, good information, and help people out who got businesses and services, who working in the community, lift them up and share great information. Now, how harmful can that be?
Exactly.
But people still turn it around just because you have potential to do things, and they fear that fear. And so that's why they would do everything within their power sometimes to keep you from succeeding.
Right.
And so therefore, you got a decision to make. Do you march on? Do you do what Martin Luther King said, Marcus Garvey and them say? Do you stand up? Or do you sit down and allow this to go on? And so that's a decision you have to make. And I think you already made your decision because you already did what's necessary. You got a magazine, you have books, you help people write books. You're doing wonderful work. And so you even work with the National Black Unity News.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is what it's all about. And can you imagine, like this I know. Since you and I started working together in this publication, I know these 50, 60 authors, maybe probably way more than that, has been blessed and helped by you sharing their information out there. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have never got out there like that.
Right. Right. I mean, and that's the that's the goal and the mission of the foundation of everything that I do is try to utilize the tools and the things that we have in order to be able to gain the exposure that we would not ordinarily have. That's the National Black Unity News. That's the What's Up Baltimore. Because without, like you said, without those media outlets, without those media platforms, we don't have a voice. And when you don't have a voice, people can't hear you, people can't listen to you, they can't see you in all of those things, and that's important for us. it's
That's
it's
right.
important for us to be able to do that. It's important for our community to be able to thrive. Yeah, if we're going to thrive, we have to have access to information, and these particular outlets do that. And I'd like for you to just to talk. How can people subscribe to the newspaper, but then also just talk about just a little bit, and we'll finish up with the how can people access the newspaper. Subscribe to the newspaper, and then I know you have a couple things that are going on, so I want you to talk about those things that you got going on too that people can support.
Okay, well, first and foremost, you can get the National Black Unity News from our website, and that's, of course, www.tnbun.com. That stands for the National Black Unity News, tnbun.com. Also, we have a directory, a free directory. We have some paid services on there too, but that's tnbundirectory.com. Now, we're just not a newspaper, though. See, we do podcasting. We also work in the community, and I'm hosting the event, and I'm also a recipient of an event that's taking place as well. Uh, there's a group of individuals out there, activists, people that's been working in the community, has come together to assist people like me. When I say assist people like me, they're highlighting me. We were just talking about media,
Mm-hmm.
how lacking we are in that. And so, but there's a host of individuals running all over Baltimore City, running all over America, who has been doing work for 25, 30 years, but people very seldom spotlight them.
Mm-hmm.
And so this group of individuals decide to help people like myself to not only get exposure, more exposure to what we are doing, they're also helping us financially. They're giving us love, and that's just a great sense of unity.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is how this thing works. Now, I love this thing. They spotlight me, but that's what I do. I spotlight people. So
Yep.
while they raising money to spotlight me, I'm gonna take some of those same resources and have an event to spotlight others
Yeah.
and to put a light on them and turn it into a documentary. And it's called "It Takes a Village." I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and some call it Ground Zero. So right at Ground Zero, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
hold the event at the historical Art Social Club,
Yes.
a club over 100 something years old. Soon you walk in the door, you see nothing but history.
Yeah.
And we're gonna hold the event, and I'm a spotlight and highlight Black individuals that I know personally, and it's more than that. And I don't want to offend anyone, but we can't hold but so many people. The place is
Right.
almost filled already.
Right.
I mean, let's take release and relax the laws about this pandemic, then we can get more in there. But right now, it's gone. It's no ticket or something. But I will be highlighting individuals who have served are serving the community for many years.
Yeah.
I'm also highlighting and connecting the three generations that we have: this baby boomers, Generation X, as well as millenniums,
Mm-hmm.
so they can see the works of each other. Because that's one of the worst things that's happened to us as a people. Not on divide, we have division, but we have division of the age class. The seniors say, the young folks don't know nothing. They crazy, and then the young folks are saying we need to get out the ways because they know the way. So all of these things, because one thing is because it's not enough of us, Mr. McKenzie, that spotlight us
Yeah. Yeah.
so they can see us, see the good works that we do, and that's why you are so extremely important. Because when they pick up your magazine and they flip through those pages, what they're going to see is Black people, individuals that look like them. And if they
Yeah.
live in Baltimore, came from out the same community as you.
Yeah.
But look
Yeah.
at the works that they're doing. And that's the same thing with the National Black Unity. We do it locally, we do it nationally, and we do it internationally as well. And so that's what we do. We spotlight, highlight people so that our children's children. So we building this legacy building what we're doing. And our children need to know. Because if we don't tell our story, unfortunately nobody else will. And
Absolutely.
that's why we are so important. So I'm encouraging people, unfortunately, like I say, the event will be filled up, but it will be documented because it will be documentary, and it will be sent out all over the country and everything. But it's about us helping us, and that's what all my mantra, my logo for my personal logo, us helping us equals togetherness, and we need to support one another. Just like me and my brother here right now, so we sharing information, we spotlighting each other, publication, and see that's what it's all about. It's enough room for everybody. See, this is not competition. This is assisting one another. Like I
Yeah.
said, we on less than 1%. And I strongly, because I support the publication and they support us. I'm in there and they are in us. So, win all the way around. And
But
so I
see,
encourage not only us, but all of us should be doing this as well. Thank you, sir.
yeah, and that's my part of my frustration is we don't have enough of us collaborating with each other, coming together. And that was one of the things that I thought, and you could speak more on it than I could. What I noticed in watching the stories about the civil rights movement with Dr. King. With you had the SCLC, the NAACP, SNCC, all of them. They were butting heads against each other instead of saying, you know what, hey, I need you to do this. If you can take this lane, we'll take this lane. We'll take this lane, and we all work together to be able to collectively accomplish what we all are trying to accomplish. Then, as it says in the Bible about Jeremiah building the wall, the people had a mind to build the wall. So if I'm doing my part of the wall here, if they doing their part of the wall here, and if everybody does their part of the wall, how about the wall goes up, and then it gets built, and we do and accomplish what it is that we accomplish. And that's why what I love about the people that I'm involved with the National Black Unity News, with you and everybody that works with that works there, that we do work with there, even with what's up Baltimore. We have a mind to
There you
do
go.
these things. We have a
Hmm.
mind that says, you know what, we got a mission, we got a message, we trying to motivate, and we got a movement that we're trying to be a part of, and we're trying to bring as many people along as we can to be able to be able to make our communities better. So I just, I wish that a lot more of us would get that.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. See, those are the stumbling blocks
Yeah,
that has always kept us divided.
yeah,
And you see, in nation building, just look at the United States. They have, for the military, but they're Army, Air Force,
right,
Marine. They
right,
got Secret Service. They got all types of intelligence agencies.
right,
They have all kind of civil services. They're all over the place, and they
right,
all have their own functions.
right, right.
And so did all the organizations that you just mentioned. They had
Mm-hmm.
their functions, but they didn't have that mind, that central figure that we all work for the same source,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we fighting for the same source.
right,
And when you can do that, that is the open door. That's what like I say, divide and conquer. Because what had happened, they was penetrated,
mm-hmm.
infiltrated, whatever you want to call it. And they was over there. What this one said about that organization, and then that
Right,
organization talked about that organization. I seen it right here in Baltimore myself
yeah,
when I was coming up, because I could never figure out why couldn't we all sit down at the table.
yeah,
We all fighting for the same cause.
right, right,
And this group would tell me, no, you don't need to mess with that group because they do this, and that group come tell me, you don't mess with that group because that group
right,
does that, and next thing you know, all of them bitter at each other, and
right,
half the time, all they going on is hearsay,
right,
and they'll have no facts, and,
right.
and next thing you know, they rolling eyes at each other when they come in contact. I mean, they be pissed too, and don't even know why. But
Yeah,
at the same time, but that's an old scheme
yeah,
and system that really works.
yeah, yeah,
Keep
yeah.
them fighting amongst each other. Power hungry. You put this one in charge and keep that one down. In house field,
Yep.
light, dark, anything. We have
All,
all the little things, old, young. All the little things
all of it.
that be throwing up, and it's so effective because we fall for
Yeah,
it, and that's why it's always will be frustrating until you had the key word, the mind,
yeah,
to
yeah.
work with one another and but guess what? Seeds are being planted. You have the mind to do it.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
have the mind to do it. So
Right,
there's others had minds to do it. And
right,
so just maybe if we stay steadfast, work hard and diligent at, maybe it would be more effective, and like a cancer, it would start spreading.
spread.
And love can conquer anything. If we show it, that we come out in love, honesty, and in truth, but God got our backs, man. It's hard to defeat us. But right now, people are sick. Their mind has been poisoned,
Yeah,
even against itself, and that's a terrible thing. And that's why you see some of the consequences right now that's taking place amongst not only us but throughout the world. And so, but God always raises up people like yourself to set the record straight, to help set the captives free. And obviously, before I know we get ready to close, but I just want to give you a word of encouragement,
hmm,
even though they're saying that you need it because you're already on the right road. But I just want to say openly, and publicly that this is not an easy walk
Yeah.
for man to take, for you to take, and it could be extremely dangerous walk. And you will also have people getting upset with you because you're doing good work. People don't like sometimes see people
Yeah.
do good.
Yep.
I mean, they would slander, they would call you names, they would say you this, you sell out, you this, you that, you up, you down, but nevertheless, if you stay true to your mission, stay true to it, no matter what, man, because you don't serve man, you serve God first, and then man. But there are people who are waiting on you. You just waiting because they need good news.
Mm-hmm.
They some of these people do have the mindset that want to
Yeah.
help out and work together. But the only way they can do that if you stay strong.
Right.
Don't give in, don't give up, and don't give out. No matter what, you stay true to your course because there will be times. There's gonna be rough days, gonna be good days. But as long as you move forward, soldier, general. You ain't no soldier, you general now. Yeah, you earned them stripes, and you stay true to the cause. And see, it already affects people. You already affecting people, and so you on a good road, and I'm pleased, that you're doing the things that you do, and if anything I can do to assist you, just let me know. We when we pull our resources together, put our minds together, all like God said, all things are possible.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why I love you, brother, and everything that you're doing. So give the information one more time, but where people can get the newspaper and be connected to supporting the fundraiser that you got going on there too.
Oh yeah, well, it's two things that's going on. Like I say, the National Black Unity need to get a subscription, advertise in it, become an editor in it. You can call 443-455-2373. And the website is tnbun.com. And the fundraiser that's taking place for me right now, the best thing I do, you can call me, but that is I have what you call a cash app, but you can send it. I don't have all that information in front of me, but the cash app is the dollar sign, of course, capital EUNICE 518. That stands for Eunice 518 with that dollar sign in front. If you want to make a donation, because it's not, this money supposed to come directly to me, and it's like you sowing seeds, and what you if you sow into what I do, I'm sowing right back into you. That's what it's all about, us helping us. And after me, it's just the concept that that we talk. I'm more promoting, because after me there will be another person or organization who will come after me, and they will be the recipient of this fund, and I'll work just as hard for them, because I work for the previous guy before me, and that's where it keeps going. Can you imagine? It's going to be 4 recipients this year, but next year it could be once a month or twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? At the end of a year, you just blessed 25 or 40 organizations that have been blessed by us, the community,
Yeah.
and each one of them receiving $10,000 or more. How empowered the city would be, how empowered the world. They're already working with no help.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. So can you imagine what you can do with a little bit of help,
Yep.
a little bit of exposure, some love, and it's a win-win. Can you imagine this thing taking not only in Baltimore, but in other cities, other
Yeah.
states, other countries? The same black people doing what they're supposed to do naturally, giving, loving, supporting, and that is another strong force as well. And with that being said, soldier, general, that I appreciate for this opportunity, and um, and I'm here. So and it's a blessing just to be on your this format, and I'm honored and I'm privileged. I'm sincere about this for you invite me.
Absolutely, and I'm honored that you would find it in your heart that this is worthy enough to even to come, because, like I said, you are a wealth of knowledge, you're a wealth of wisdom and information, and resources, and it is for us that maybe slightly longer than you. I'm gonna say this slightly younger than slightly younger than you to be
I
able
get it.
to learn
Yeah.
from you and
Uh-huh.
take what we learn to take it to that next level. Because I've always said that it's every generation's responsibility to make it better for the next generation, and
That's
so
right.
that's what we charge. That's what you all charge us to do, and then we're charged to charge the next generation to do the
That's right.
same thing. So that is what we do with the National Black Unity News, that we do with the newspaper, and what we
Hmm.
do with the magazine. You can go to www ladyjmedia.com to subscribe, get the subscription to the magazine. You can check us out on all of the media outlets that we have as well. On Facebook, What Up Baltimore, Lady J Media, What Up Be More, J&F Enterprises on Instagram and on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well. We appreciate you, Brother David. We thank you for being a part of the magazine. You all can get, that's where you can also get the current issue as well of the magazine. We thank you all for tuning in. We thank you all for watching. You can go check us out, check the newspaper out. And Brother David, again, thank you very much. We are What's Up Baltimore. We are in the community. We're in the community, for the community, and out and about in the community. So we thank y'all, and we'll talk to y'all soon.